I never believed in ghost stories when I was younger. Sure, my friends used to tell creepy tales about our old secondary school in Manchester, but I always assumed they were just trying to scare each other. That was until the night I decided to stay after dark. It started as something innocent. I was 23, working as a teaching assistant at the same school I had attended as a teenager. The place hadn't changed much, the same red brick exterior, long narrow hallways, and high-ceiling classrooms with squeaky wooden floors. One Friday in November, the weather was miserable, heavy rain slamming against the windows and the kind of damp cold that seeps into your bones. Classes had finished hours earlier, but I stayed behind to help organize the school's old drama props in the storage room. I had promised Mrs. Hughes, the drama teacher, that I'd have them ready for the winter play. By the time I looked at my phone, it was nearly 7:30 p.m. The corridors were silent, the lights dimmed. I was alone. Or at least, I thought I was. As I walked past the science block, I noticed something strange. One of the classroom doors was open just a crack, the faint yellow light from inside spilling onto the dark hallway floor. I was sure I'd turned off all the lights earlier. I hesitated, then pushed the door open. The room was empty. The light flickered slightly, buzzing faintly. There was a faint smell, like burnt paper. On the blackboard, in shaky white chalk, someone had written, "She never left." I stared at it, my stomach tightening. I knew the caretaker always wiped the boards at the end of the day. This hadn't been there earlier. "Hello?" I called out, my voice echoing off the cold walls. No reply. I erased the message quickly, trying to shake off the unease. But as I turned to leave, I heard the sound of footsteps in the hallway, slow, deliberate, almost dragging. I stepped out and looked both ways. The corridor was empty. That's when the overhead lights flickered violently and went out. For a moment, the only light came from the emergency exit signs glowing dim green at either end of the corridor. My pulse quickened. I pulled out my phone to use the flashlight, but before I could switch it on, I heard it, a girl's voice. It was faint, coming from somewhere down the hallway. "Miss." I froze. It sounded young, like a student. I instinctively followed the voice, my footsteps echoing against the old tile floor. The sound led me to the gymnasium. The massive double doors were slightly ajar. I pushed them open slowly. The gym was dark, the moonlight from the high windows casting long shadows across the floor. And there, at the far end, stood a girl in an old-fashioned school uniform, a gray pleated skirt, a white blouse, and knee-high socks. She faced away from me, her hair long and dark, hanging damp over her shoulders. "Sweetheart, are you lost?" I asked, taking a cautious step forward. She didn't move. "Do you need help?" I tried again. Very slowly, she tilted her head to one side, unnaturally far, and I realized something was horribly wrong. Her head kept tilting until I thought her neck might snap, and then she turned to face me. Her eyes were black. No whites, just pools of darkness. Her mouth opened slowly, far wider than it should have, and from it came a sound like static. I stumbled backward, my phone slipping from my hand. The lights in the gym flashed once, twice, and then she was gone. Just gone. I stood there shaking, heart pounding so hard I thought I might faint. Somewhere above me, I heard the rapid patter of footsteps running across the old wooden floor of the upstairs classrooms. But I knew no one else was in the building. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and bolted toward the main entrance. As I passed the reception area, the loudspeaker crackled to life. The school's PA system hadn't worked in years, but now, through the static, I heard that same young voice whisper, "Don't leave me here." The doors were locked. My keys wouldn't turn. And then, I heard it again. Footsteps. Only this time, they were coming from behind me.